event here just to kind of keep himself in that number 2 position.
All right, guys, here we go.
We're underway.
This is the men's version.
Bike repeater presented by the US
10
Army
rounds of a 440-meter bike, 10 legless rope climbs.
Round as we saw for the women.
I have no clue who's going to win.
Details. We saw so many
but I like Medeiros always coming out hot.
Gear changes. We have to deal with
like, see him out in the lead right now? I love that.
Setting that bike back down. Then we have the rope climb that you have to contend with. So there's a lot of movements, a lot
Dude,
of
I have no clue on this one.
You can waste a lot of time. Now, we haven't seen anyone throw a chain yet.
Because for the men, you're not going to see one guy chalk up or take any time between the bike and the rope climb.
I really think that since you're going to be spending so much time on the bike, you really
for the men, it has nothing to do with the rope climb.
Your race,
they're all going to crush it.
Come out too early. Now, see Justin Medeiros out there nice and hot.
It's just about who can hold the tightest, who can hold the fastest bike pace, and still be fast on the rope.
Medeiros in the lead. He has
and I also think it's how transitions of laying the bike down,
far left. Now Matt Fraser
laying the bike down, and then on the turn on the other side of the course.
Even with Medeiros, the two of them quickly to the rope. Great transition for both of the athletes.
Yeah, this is a fast pace, dude.
Fraser makes the touch. He is done with round 1. Medeiros made the touch as well. They are both done. Medeiros back on the bike just ahead of Matt Fraser. Noah Olson is in that race as well, but it's just Medeiros barely ahead.
Wow.
By about a tire on Matt Fraser. But now Fraser
and Sam Quant's good on a bike.
Noah Olson.
He knows how to bike, but his pace isn't as quick right now. If he can make some of the turns a little sharper, he'll make up a little ground. They're like a V. Flying V. They're like a bunch of geese flying, man. God, this is gonna be much faster for the men. In terms of the average of the ladies, I mean.
So they are going to get aggressive, and we're just going to be able to see who has that capacity to be able to hold on.
Fraser now in the lead, Medeiros in second, and then it's Olson, Quant.
He is hammering that bike, dude.
Basically tied for third now.
Look at him. He is hammering it.
Sam Quant starting to pull ahead of that race as Noah Olson finds
Good Lord. Quant's right there. He's in third.
Fraser opening up a lead on Justin Medeiros.
And we saw a little bit of that cat and mouse game between Fraser and Medeiros in the long run. I wonder if we're kind of see that same type of thing now, where Matt looks like he's saying, "Come and catch me."
Medeiros was a little quicker off that bike, actually.
The two of them made the touch at exactly the same time, and they will get back to the bike at the same time. And Medeiros is out front, but we'll see how long that lasts as Fraser with 2 pedals is now right back in front.
Wow.
I can't say it enough for Justin Medeiros. I love the fact that he is attacking and he's making Matt have to push. Now, Matt hasn't been in jeopardy at any point.
Noah hasn't had quite the same flair that he had last year. But I also think
Matt Fraser had the fastest time.
This already might be a little loud.
1 minute 16.10 seconds. Noah Olson was only 1.1 seconds behind him. So
I'm not sure.
Race is right now.
But I was saying Noah doesn't have quite the same pizzazz, the excitement, the energy, the spark is the word I was looking for that he had last year. But he's number 1. He's in second still prior to this event. And I also don't think the events have lined up like they did last year. He had about a day and a half there. Or pretty much the whole first half of the competition, but I mean, especially late Friday and Saturday. He had events that were very good for him. Whether it was Mary was the first one that comes to mind. I think the other one was like the single arm, clean and jerk dumbbell thing. God, what were the other events? I'm forgetting Saturday. Anyway, you haven't seen a lot of stuff that's in his wheelhouse yet. You haven't seen high-end endurance gymnastics bodyweight stuff. I don't think we've seen that. First event had the heavy push jerk with the row. Second event was the corn sack carry. Third event was the CrossFit total. Fourth event was the handstand walk, which that's body weight endurance. So maybe that would be, you'd think of him. Fifth event was the trail run. You wouldn't think of him. He usually doesn't do as good compared to others in terms of these guys are top 10 at the games on runs, long runs. Yeah, so I mean, like, you haven't looked at any of these events and been like, oh, Noah's gonna really be pushing Matt. Event 6 this morning was the total bar lunge. And the total bar, he had a 4 or 5 rep lead on Matt after the first 30, and then Matt chased him down, but he got second. So that's a good event, you know, with total bar and medium weight lunges. 7 snatch ladder, not his event. He's a good snatcher, but he's a little bit lighter than most of the field. So when you do it for multiple reps, it's going to hurt him a little bit. But I still think he ended up 4th. And then event 8 is the bike rope climb. And it's a legless rope climb, so you think he might do good, but the bike, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I made the statement he doesn't have the same spark, but he's in second, and I can't name more than 1 or 2 events where I would really choose the event as a strength for him. You know what I mean? Like, so we gotta have some handstand push-ups, muscle ups coming up, some high rep pull-ups or chest to bars. No, they already did chest to bars.
Looking to pick up his 7th win,
right?
In 8 events.
Event 1, no chest to bars. That was bar muscle up and push jerk. Event 2. Event 3, Event 4, Event 5, Event 6, total bar, Event 7. No, they haven't done chest to bar pull-ups. They haven't done chest to bar pull-ups or pull-ups or muscle-ups or handstand push-ups. So this is event 8 of 12, they say. They'll probably end up being 13. So he's got 4 or 5 events coming up that are going to be more classic CrossFit, I think, plus a swim, and he's a really good swimmer. So I really expect Noah to really not make a push to Matt, because Matt's going to win this event and be way ahead. But, you know, there's a lot of talk of Medeiros pushing Matt in a lot of events, right? And he is. And he's like this one, he came out hot, and he's just taking chances. He's going full send. Love it. 21-year-old rookie, you don't expect to see that. You expect to see him take more of a back seat and not have that confidence, but awesome. But I also feel like in the next day, and, you know, in the next 4 or 5 events here, you're going to see Noah have some events that really favor him a lot more. You have to, because you haven't tested a lot of the things they always tested the games. Sorry, I just went on like a 4-minute Noah. Just talking out loud about Noah, but great athlete, love Noah. I just said that he didn't have the same spark, but then I thought about it and realized the events have not lined up to what you would think his strengths are, and they're going to be coming. So I think he's going to do real well, because he's a heck of a swimmer. And bodyweight gymnastic guy, along with everything else, obviously. He's in the top 5. But like last year at the games, those are the events he really crushed. Dude, his seat's a little low. His seat's really low. I think it's way too low on the bike. Like, his legs are coming nowhere close to extension. I think his seat's too low. Maybe I'm crazy. But usually you want, not extended all the way, but close to 10 degrees or so at the bottom. Where Matt, look at his legs. They're getting way more extended. Look at that right leg. Like, watch him pedal. Every leg's getting about this far from full extension, 10 degrees. So you're getting all of your leg power out of every pedal. Where I feel like Noah's his bike's too short, or he has his seat set too low, and he's kind of pitter-pattering on the bike. Wait, is that Noah? No, that's Adler. I was going to say, Adler's looks good. Like, look at Adler on the right, far right, compared to Noah going the other way. Like, Noah's seat's too low.
Looks like Jeff is doing just that. Medeiros was really trying to keep that tempo with Matt, try to sit on his shoulder the whole time. Matt just ran the energy out of him, which allowed Jeff to kind of make up that move.
Wow.
Fraser is done now with round 7 as Adler and Medeiros.
Adler and Medeiros here.
Place overall, and Adler has certainly picked up the pace here.
Yeah,
he
has.
And he and Medeiros essentially neck and neck.
Adler,
you just saw him pass on the right side of your screen.
If he has the fitness left to push this bike, nah, he's too far behind Matt. Matt's 100 meters ahead. Not 100, maybe 80, 70.
Points separate the competitors after that. So winning an event is weighted a little more heavily.
Yeah. We'll skid around. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a little slower, but you don't need to get reckless on that turn with this big of a lead. It was a little slower, but there's no point in wiping and falling down to your side and taking an aggressive turn this late in the event when you have that lead. See that lead on Adler? Like, there's no point in taking that risk. Go a little slower on the turn. Make sure you don't fall and trip, because if you fall down, you know, it's a 7 to 10 second mistake.
Round 8 of 10.
Plus the energy of falling, knocking the wind out of yourself, and having to get back up. Little wipe of the hands on the rope climb, before the rope climb. There you go. They're all on round 8? Or yeah, this is round 9 for them, okay. God.
Now on to round 9.
Adler's catching him.
Adler is starting to push.
Whoa! Did he push the second half of that bike that I didn't see?
For second.
Whoa!
And now trying to reel in Matt Fraser. And Fraser hasn't been this close to another competitor since this event started.
Yeah. No, Medeiros has pushed him 2 or 3 rounds in. 2 rounds in.
Kind of putting the brakes on a little bit, just kind of relaxing a little bit.
Maybe he did need to take that turn more aggressive. I don't freaking know. He still had a huge lead on that second half. That was a better turn.
Makes a turn. Adler right behind him. But as Matt Fraser on those transitions, he seems to really get back up to full speed a lot more quickly than anybody else.
Quant's in third? Or is that Medeiros? I can't see. It's hard to tell the lane assignments.
Running out of time here to close the gap on Matt Fraser, but he is staying close.
I don't know. Adler's catching him on this back end. He's going to be even with him.
Getting fired up right now. Look at that. All right, Matt made the look.
Matt finally looked over at him. And now the race is on here.
Adler's ahead. Nope. He didn't set the bike down fast enough.
At the same time as Jeff Adler. Adler makes the touch, and now it's
wow.
Adler who is in the lead. But Matt Fraser, again, has been so solid on the transitions. Look for him to make up some ground here.
Wow. I did not see that.
So Jeff Adler now, first place in the event, trying to hold off Matt Fraser, who is really leaning.
Matt's sending it. Matt's sending it. Matt's sending it. Matt's sending it. Matt's sending it.
From Jeff Adler, but not by much.
He's on a full assault bike sprint. Just he's sending it. How's the turn? How's the turn? No, complete stop. Adler had a run around. Fraser lost a half second there on the turn. Fraser's going to toss his... But Adler's so tall, he can jump so high on the rope. No, Matt pushed way harder at the end. Oh, man. He wasn't giving up that dub. That was epic.
Matt Fraser found another gear here, and he is ahead of Jeff Adler. But Adler doing himself a huge favor. Fourth place overall. 35 points back in Noah Olsen. So Adler could find himself in the top 3. Fraser to the rope.
Yeah, Fraser won. Nice. That was epic, dude. Fraser was like, nah. You can catch me, but nah. Holy shit. That last round, he went full send, dude. That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was a beautiful race by
Matt went so hard on that bike.
Confidence-wise, he needed it. That was huge for him.
Here's Medeiros, who's trying to hang on to 3rd place overall. So Medeiros is in. Medeiros will pick
Quant, then Noah at the end. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. When they show Noah biking again, his seat is way too low. Like either it fell down on him on accident, he didn't lock it in, or he just set it up completely wrong. Like, you don't bike like, I mean, that's too low. That is way too low. He's not even getting half of knee extension. You see his knees? Like, they're not even getting half, like, you can't get any actual power out of that. You're just kind of pitter-pattering with your legs. You see what I'm saying? Like, none of the other guys look like that pedaling. You know what I mean? Like, that's basic biking. And I don't know if it was just a mistake on his part, or he thought he had a number on the bike on the seat height, or he maybe I don't know, like testing, and then he put a different number at a different height. That's just an error, though. Like, they're not going to talk about it, I don't think.
He didn't realize that he and Jeffrey Adler were on the same round until the last round.
But... like, I trained the sprint cyclists at the Olympic Training Center. So, like, they would come to my CrossFit gym and do this and that. And, you know, they were telling me about seat height and what you want, what you're looking for. Like, I don't think Noah gets 5th in that event.
an impressive
if his
performance
bike's
from
actually
him.
set up right.
He actually made the champ sweat a little bit there.
Oh, I thought that was beautiful.
I don't know. I mean, I know Noah has like a bike hanging in his living room, and he's 10 times more fit, 10 times better than I am. I just looking from a spectator standpoint, that's a huge mistake on the bike. That seat height was horribly wrong. It should have been 5 inches higher, 4 inches higher, something. But you just can't keep up the speed on the bike with that low of a seat compared to your body. Like, obviously his height's going to be different than Jeff Adler's, who's way taller. But, like, you got to get closer to knee extension because that's where the end of your power comes out.
We saw him kind of creep up from that 4th position to 3rd.
I know I'm harping on that, but I'm just like, he was so much slower on the bike because of that. It's not because his fitness isn't as good on a bike.
Getting up and down that rope faster.
Look at he just sent it, dude. Look at him. He's so hard into it.
On the same round, you know, it pays to be on the outside. Really made Matt push, made him sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
It was fun to see that battle towards the end.
Nice.
You always want to see
That's cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it. We'll talk to you guys later. There's the final events. You can see all the. Yeah, he's not that much slower. All right, I'm gonna stop hop run on it. It just watching it was driving me nuts. Like, dang, that sucks. All right, guys.
Jeff, we heard that telling you that he didn't realize
Wait.
that you were coming right up on
I'll
him
listen to
until
this.
the end there. How and when were you able to kick it up a notch to really catch up?
By round 8, and then on the 9th round, I actually passed him a little bit, and then I knew it would be a sprint on the 10th, and he went hard. I couldn't keep up, but I did try. That was my max. I was thinking maybe I could catch him just enough so I can go faster up the rope, because I'm pretty quick at going up a rope. But yeah, that was unexpected. I thought I would not finish in the top 3.
Why? Why is that?
It's the bike, like, it's unknown. I don't practice the bike as much. So I was like, well, and usually bike workouts, like assault bike, C2 bike, whatever bike, I'm not super good in them. So I was like, maybe I'll just get 5th on this one, but 2nd is good.
Sure. Now, earlier on for the snatches, and we heard you call your shot yesterday, didn't quite
Love
go
that
the
old
way
Canadian
you
accent.
wanted it to, but I mean, you gave your full effort there as well. How are you feeling after that event?
Well, actually now it feels good, because this morning, like the toes to bar and lunges, I expected what happened, and I was bummed out after that, because I have been working a lot on those kinds of movements, but I mean, I'm way better at snatches than toes to bar. So after the snatches, it felt good, 2nd place, and now 2nd is like, okay, cool, let's go into the final event of the day, finish it on a strong note, and go on to Sunday.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a little shocked.
And with that effort, Jeffrey Adler is now in 2nd place as spots 2, 3, and 4 have all
Wow, I'm
switched
telling you.
yet again.
I'm telling you,
Justin
Noah
Medeiros
will
finds
take
himself
2nd.
in
He's in 4th.
Noah Olsen now
He
drops
will
to
take
4th.
2nd.
Samuel Plant remains in 5th place.
He has not had any really favorable events. No swimming, no handstand push-ups, no ring muscle-ups, no pull-ups, no chest-to-bar pull-ups. He's going to get some wheelhouse-type events where he's going to be 1st or 2nd. Probably 2nd to Fraser, but some big points in 2nd. You know what I mean? Because Matt's good at all those things too, but I think Noah is a little better swimmer than Matt. And maybe some pistols in there, and Noah, that is his stuff too. Just that general body weight stuff. But anyway, guys, all right. Bold prediction for me to end whatever day it is, day 2. I think Noah takes 2nd by the end of the day tomorrow. We'll see. We'll find out. Who knows? All right. See you guys.